Hi everybody, it's Sally from Sally Stampers. Thank you for joining me today. Today I am bringing you something rather delicious. So this is my Kinder tree decoration, and as you can see it's full of two beautiful Kinder chocolate bars. These are a medium bar, they're not the small tiny ones, so they actually are a little bit bigger, and they just sit in this little holder, if you like, and can hang very nicely on a tree. Maybe you could hang them on the end of someone's bed or something like that, but I just think they're quite nice and would be a nice little Christmas decoration for somebody, a nice little Christmas treat, sorry, because let's be fair, Christmas and children and chocolate are just the three most important things. So I'm going to show you how to make it, and it's really quite simple. So to start off with, you're going to need a sheet of DSP, and this is for the back part here, and this is 5 inches by 2 inches, which is 5 centimetres by 13 centimetres. Then I'm going to use my scallop tag topper, and what I'm actually going to do, because I don't want to push this all the way in because you do lose quite a bit of cardstock, so what I've actually done is taken it down a fraction just so that it hits the top of the top scallop. Obviously make sure it's still in its groove so that it's in the right place, and then just bring it down a fraction, and there you have your scallop top. Pop that to one side for a moment, because then the next thing we need is a sheet of DSP now that is for the actual, what I call the wrapped part here, and this is 5 inches by 4.5 inches, which in centimetres is 11.5 by 12. Whoops, and mine is alive. Okay, so on the long side, you are going to score at 1 inch, 1.5, 3.5 and 4, and in centimetres that will be 2, 3.5, 8.5 and 10, and then you're going to rotate, and then you're going to score on the short side at 1 and 1.5, which will be 2 and 3.5 centimetres. Okay, move that out of the way, and then, as you know, fold and burnish your score lines. And I'm using Call Me Clover for this one. I quite like to mix up these Christmas colours. We do have a nice variety of greens and reds, so I do like to quite mix them up a little bit. So now you've got your wrap, as I've called it, scored up like this. You're going to need to use the two wider outside panels here are going to be your tabs. So initially we're going to cut off the edges like that, and I'm doing this sort of in this way just to show you how to cut your pieces. So we need those bits. This bit is also a wedge here at the bottom, and then you're just simply going to cut up there and cut down a bit further. So you're cutting away the whole of that bottom square, if you're going to do it nicely, of course. So you're cutting away all of that. So you're I'm not making a very good job of this today, am I? I think I'm just I'm very tired, ready for a holiday, which is very lucky because I'm actually going on one. So there's your wrap. I'm hoping that was the postman just popping something through and not trying to get my attention. So there's your wrap, so it should look like this. So you have 2 narrow strips either side, 2 wide strips, and then again at the bottom. Then we need to adhere our DSP onto the front, and this is 1 3/4 by 2 3/4, which is 4.5 by 7.5 centimetres. So I'm just popping my DSP on the front, just like that. And then I know I'm crazy, back in with, oh look, it's the right colour. I didn't realise that Tombow was Call Me Clover. I'm going to use my wet glue just because it's easier and it gives me that wiggle room that I always talk about. So 2 side panels, and on this bottom one too. And then what I did with this one, I folded, you have to be very careful you don't get tacky, so it's all very touch it as little as possible. So this first one, this first edge here needs to be lined up with the edge of your base. So I'm simply just putting this on, and then again, this is why I'm using the wet glue, just lining it up with the base, with the side here, and also with the bottom. So you need to make sure that these bits line up here. And then the next bit is a case of throwing it all in together. So I'm tucking this in and I'm folding this round. Okay, so it sort of goes like this. Fold it round, line this bit up. Don't worry about the bottom just yet. Line this bit up with that edge. Then get your chocolate inside, and then you can use that to push that bottom bit down, place it on your desk or your table, and then basically, whilst the glue is still wet and you've got that wiggle room, and your chocolate then acts as a support, and you can press it all down. And so when you've finished, it should all sit nice and square. And then you just need to decorate it. So I'm using the beautiful braided linen trim here for the top. So just cut the length of that, which that's a bit long, but never mind. Which is just going to be fed through the back first, and then through, oh my goodness, more fingers and thumbs, through the loop that just sits nicely when you've fiddled with it across the top. And then I'm just going to tie a knot into the top of this one too, so that it can be hung on the tree. And then my last little bit is obviously my stamping on the front. Whoops. So I've gone with the kit stamp. So this is Sincerely Santa, and it comes with the tag kit, which I've completely forgotten the name of. So give me a second while I just have a quick look. Is it? Oh no, it's in the Christmas one, isn't it? And I don't have that to hand. Apologies. I did say I'd moved rooms. Everything's confusing. So I'm using the Sincerely Santa stamp set that is from the tag gifts, the tag kit. This one's from Santa. I think that's a lovely little saying. So again, just popping that on my block. I'm going to stamp in Call Me Clover. Oh, what happened there? Right, good side, good thing we have 2 sides of a piece of cardstock, isn't it? So let's get rid of that before I end up covered. I don't even know where that came from. Strange. Just give that stamp a clean. And then 1 3/4 circle punch just fits nicely. Just on there. My dog may start complaining in a moment. I do apologise. She seriously hates punches. I don't know why. It's ridiculous. And then some Call Me Clover cardstock and your 2-inch circle punch, just to take that out of there. And then just really simple, we're going to stick this on here. And obviously if you want to add ribbon or bling or anything like that, then feel free. My theory was these are more for smaller children, with it being Kinder Chocolate, so they're really not going to be overly interested in bling, etc., but you could do it for them. And then, as I say, just a couple of dimensionals on the back here, and this just goes nicely on the front. And that is your Kinder tree decoration. Hope you like them, hope it gives you some inspiration and you have some little ones that would love to find these hanging on the tree or maybe hanging with their stocking or something. They are great fun and lovely chocolate as well. Hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye!